Hey, what's up? It's Cheapers, and we're getting ready to head over to F124 for sprint qualifying. Oh, and the game is not even loaded. Let's go ahead and load the game. Well, let's get that going first. So let's go ahead and start F124 as we wait for that to load up. We're been configuring my new Rexing Milaris 2 wheel and trying to find a good overlay to use on it. And right now I've settled for the lovely. Let's see, the lovely dashboard. Doesn't have all the information in it the way that I want it, so we'll see how it is. I definitely think I want to configure it in a way that's going to, so I can either have lap times, which is probably great for the race, or I could have the sector times, which is probably better for qualifying. So since I'm going to be doing qualifying, I think I'm going to go ahead and set it up for that. I'm also going to turn up the game volume just a little bit because it's really hard to hear anything that's being said in the game. So I'm going to turn that up a little bit and see how that fares. Set that to about there. Let's come back over here, and I think we're going to set the sector times. All right, yep, I want to do sector times on my dash for now because we're in qualifying. And all right, let's head over into the game. Let's see how all this looks. The other thing I did too is adjusted it so that when I'm using the game menus, it won't switch the screens during the broadcast. So that being said, let's go ahead and head over and this thing going. So we're going into career, my team, and we're in China, and we should be ready for the sprint qualifying. I should see what I set the. Let's go and look at F1 laps and see what I've had the AI set as. I should set it the same as I've been having it set. So let's go take a look at that and see what we had here. Let's see. Okay. The analytics, wow. Say I should be doing 110. I've been practicing trying to get this thing better. I don't think I'm going to go that high. However, let's go see here. For difficulty for all the sprints, or for all the qualifying so far, I had it at 70. And this is pretty good qualifying. And I had it at 75 for Japan, and I qualified 22nd. So I think I'm going to set the AI at 70 for qualifying. And then I'll probably keep it at 75 to 85 is the AI I'll use during the races, but let's go ahead and worry about that in a moment. So let's head back over to the game and make sure the... Alright, so I guess I have to go into the session. There we go. Difficulty 75, qualified last. Let's set it back at 70 and see how that goes. And let's go to sprint qualifying. All right.
Now here's something we haven't said for a little while. Welcome along to qualifying in China. After a few years absence from the calendar, it is great to be back here. But just who is going to put their car on pole?
Let's see. There we are. Okay. So let's go ahead and set up the dash. Set the dash. Set up the car. Okay, so that is set up the way I want. Now how do I... Okay, so now what I don't know how to do is... look at that. Alright, that's cool. Alright, I can handle that. So we are going to use mediums. Really? Am I going to use mediums for sprint qualifying? It's sprint qualifying 3. I'm only going to use one set of tires for the sprint race, so I don't need both of those. I'm going to keep one set of reds for each qualifying, and then I'm going to reserve one set of yellows and one set of whites for the race. I think I'd like to use these. Will it let me? No, it won't even let me. I have to use the yellows. Okay, so I have to use the yellows. So let's go ahead and do that then. Car setup is what it is. Not going to change that. This feels good. So let's go ahead and go to track. Parc Ferme. Alright, so let's go ahead and drive out is 8. Alright, let's do it. And I'll go between the different views, see how it looks. Let's go. Alright, these tires are cold. Let's see if I can heat them up. Trying to apply the brake as I'm driving. Trying to also swerve. Yikes! What am I doing? And it doesn't seem to be heating them much at all. They're all still pretty much right around 70. Okay, getting a little bit hotter. All right, here we go. We get a lap in. Come on. It's not a great lap. Maybe I'll try D2. Everything's wide. Well, because the tires aren't hot enough. At least I got some of them in the 80s right now. Try to do a second lap. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to do a second lap now. Total lockup. Okay, come on. All right, I like this for green. Stay green. That was way too wide, but it's a good rotation at least. Jeez, that's horrible. Not great. Okay, better there. Not great. All right, better turn in there. Box the slap, box the slap.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Practice my pin entry.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Did you really say I'm P3? That'd be right. If I'm really P3, that means I am better at this track than I thought I was. It's pretty high ranking for the team that my state of the team that I'm currently on. P4. I'm sliding a little bit, but everybody should be done by now. Alright, practice that pit entry. There we go. Alright, that turned out good. Go ahead and return to garage. And let's see where we really are. Hey, look at that. I am P4. The 135, it's not great, so I think everybody's just a little bit slow right now. So I probably should turn that up before the race. Okay, so that's Q1, which means I do not need to do a second, because I'll make it into, because I was Q1, so I'll make it into Q2. That's all I need to do. Alright, I like the dash. The dash worked. It's a little hard to read some of the numbers, but at least I could see the tire temps better. The other thing I wish it would do a better job of is giving me a what lap we're on. That's the only thing it doesn't really do, is it doesn't tell us what lap we are. Kind of does. It says in the middle of the tire display, but it's not very big. Alright. Qualifying too. So what tires I got? So it wants me to use mediums again. It's not even giving me a choice. It's the only thing I can use. Alright, I guess we're using that. Let's get out there and go for it. Let's do the other point of view lap. Alright, so riding the brakes didn't do anything. They must have did an upgrade to the game. And now swerving must do a better job. So I'm going to try that on this outlap. We're swerving. I do have a car behind me, so I have to kind of watch him. Stay on track? Are you kidding me? Come on. Alright, that does seem to be warming up the tires better than riding the brake, so that's more realistic than what was the case. Alright, let's go. Stay on track. Not a great start. All right, come on. Not bad. That's... Oh, jeez. Tires are over 80 too. I don't know what all the problems are from here. Much better. See if we can get one decent turn. Nah, it's not bad. It's not great though. Still slid. Says on P2, but that was far too wide there. It's all over the place. Just all over the place. Alright, we're getting a good lap though. That's a good turn. Box this lap.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
P3, huh? It's pretty too good for where I should be. Which means I didn't have the AI high enough. Should have went 75 instead of 70. Okay, pit entry. Okay. So that's gonna get me to Q3. So let's go ahead and no. Q4, okay. Accelerate time. There we go. Okay. Q3. There we go. I wonder if I could turn up the AI before I get in there. It's in between sessions, so I should be able to. Let's see. Come on, settings. It does not let me change the AI. It will let me be. It'll do it before the race, though. Okay. So I think we're gonna be on softs this round. Oops, I keep on doing that. Okay, so we are on softs. It's the only choice that we have. So just gonna go up for pretty much first because I'm already gonna be too fast for what I should be. Drive out as 8.
Ready to go?
Okay.
The car out onto the track.
Out lap I'll do in cockpit, then for the real lap I'll put it in the POV, and then I'll go back to cockpit for the cooldown. Oh yeah, I'm already liking these tires better. go tires. Go, Gasly. Don't want to be catching him. Okay, this feels good. Yep, I like this. This is a good feeling lap. Oh. I just blew it. You're not going to try to pass me. You kidding me? What's wrong with that guy? Alright, I'm doing another lap. Come on. It's a good lap. Got a purple sector too. Yeah, that's a good turn. Six, all right. Box the slap, box the slap. I really don't need to drive this one all the way in. Let's go ahead and just go to the garage. See where it leaves us. P6 is an alright place to be. I don't mind that as much as being in the top 5. That would have been a little bit unrealistic, considering my team weight is nowhere around. All right. Looks like I'll be starting 6th in the sprint. I'll take that. It's a little aggressive, but I'll turn up the AI before the sprint. All right. At least I beat Esteban again. Good job. And catching Jack on his Acclaim. Nowhere near getting a new sponsor yet. We got 20, we're at 12. Alright, I like this dashboard. This dashboard is going to work out just great. Okay, let's go see what this message is that we have. It's just going to tell us about the race. Pre-race for the sprint is rain. Oh, that's right, it's rain. Oh, so that means I qualified that high, and I think I'd actually had my downforce turned up because we practiced in the rain. But I think everybody else probably did too. I think that's the way I'd read that. Okay. All right. So let's get back down, and that's it for now. Let's see if I can change the difficulty. I can. Let's bounce this up to 75, where I was before at the previous races. Let's see how that does. So, all right, with that, let's do Jeepers. Qualified for the sprint, and I'll be on tomorrow, and we'll knock the sprint out, see if we can get a top 10 and get some points for the team. This is Jeepers. Thanks for watching.